Hi everyone, welcome to week 4. Just a little bit of introduction here and a little bit of housekeeping on the progression of the class and what to expect in the next few weeks. First off, I'm in the process, as I'm making this video, of grading your first initial papers, and I'm enjoying the heck out of them. I think we have a batch of great amateur anthropologists here. It really seems like you're really enjoying sinking your teeth into the process of what's called ethnographic description, really getting in there and looking at how things are done and being as detailed as possible when it comes to accurately documenting human behavior. And you guys are you're doing a great job. No train wrecks. I've been very pleased. Also, I wanted to give you a little heads up. When you scroll down to the bottom of the unit content for this week, you'll see you'll have your first sort of major paper project assigned, and it will be due at the end of week 5. So it's not due at the end of this week, it's due at the end of next week. And so you have about 2 weeks then total from start to finish to think on this and to write the paper. So you got a little time. And this is really cool because this is an assignment where you get to school me. You guys get to be the experts with regard to what you're writing about for the next few assignments. And what I'm having you focus on is think in terms of a story that you have always loved, or a story that you are really enmeshed in right now. And you're going to be thinking in terms of it as myth, kind of in a contemporary way. This is what's kind of cool about a class like this, is that as you're finding out, I'm kind of schooled in the universe of, anthropological study and musty old books and ancient myths, but myth is also contemporary, and you guys inhabit the world of story in a whole lot of other ways. You guys are in film, in video game universes, art, writing, novel, story, name it. You're in a world that I don't usually inhabit, as I'm not a working artist like you guys are. So you get to really kind of open up a door and share with me myths that are meaningful to you. Okay? So think in terms of a story that you have always loved. Maybe it's a novel you loved when you were a kid. Maybe there's a comic book series that's grabbed your eye right now. Maybe there's a film that has always touched your heart. Maybe it's name it. This is where you get to have all sorts of fun. And for the next couple assignments, you get to school me on it. Now, you're not going to spend this first assignment actually telling me the actual story. That'll be the second paper. What I'm going to be asking you to focus on is really go into detail about how this story has been told. And in some cases, depending on how old it is, retold. Okay? If it's something like, I'll use kind of as an example, kind of a large kind of cultural myth that we're kind of exploring in another class right now is Count Dracula. Okay? Count Dracula's story was first told in a novel. That's where we first got his mythic identity. Then we've seen portrayals of him in film, and portrayals of him in parody films, and portrayals of him in oral storytelling, and games, and cartoons, and cereal boxes, for crying out loud. So these are all methods of making sure that story maintains vitality through a culture and watching it change. So it's kind of what I'm having you do with whatever it is that you are interested in as a meaningful story for you. So focus in this paper on how the story is told and the methods of telling the story. So the directions for the assignment will be down at the bottom of the unit content for this week. If you still want to ask me a little bit about it or run an idea past me, or you need some clarity, make sure you get a hold of me via email. And I'm looking forward to what you put forth. Okay, so you present me with a contemporary myth. So this week we'll be focusing on art as ritual. Give some thought to that. Did you ever think you guys were ritual makers yourselves? Looking forward to chatting with you in the forum this week.